Welcome back. I'm here with freshman Zena Lovette. 15 points tonight, and just a great showing. I mean, you've started both games this season. Talk about how that is as a freshman coming in and kind of adjusting to that and being one of the best players on the court tonight.
Honestly, it's kind of shocking. I didn't think I would be the one starting. I felt like it would have either been Ray or Silk since they had more experience and they've been here longer. But I'm appreciative of the spot, and I plan to help my team and carry them out throughout the season.
Overall, the team did really well tonight. I mean, you came out, you shot better in the second half than you did in the first half. The defense was crazy. I mean, you guys did a great job. Talk about what you did to prepare for that, and was that your game plan, or was that an adjustment you kind of made midway through?
Pretty much both. I mean, back at halftime, getting together as a team, we planned on keeping our intensity up, keeping the bench up, and everybody playing well together. I mean, it's just part of the game. You got to stay up as a team, and when you do that, results like that happen.
Definitely an exciting weekend. I mean, you had 102 points on Saturday, and then coming out tonight with another win. You're now 2-0 on the season. What are you excited about, or what are you going to work on this week going forward to North Carolina Central on Friday?
I feel the only thing really to work on is a half-court press. I mean, we get it in practice, but when we get in games, it's a little shaky. But I feel like working on this week, we'll be definitely ready for Central.
Came off of Saturday with, 102-point game, and you come out tonight just holding the Catamounts off all night. Talk about the success of your team so far this season.
Well, this was big for us because it was our first road test, and they were coming off of a big win at Asheville. So I knew that they were going to be sky high, and that they were going to be on their home floor. And I have a lot of respect for Karen, the job she's doing. I think they're really a methodical team, and they do some really nice things with their handoffs and their ball screens, and they're tough to defend. They really are. But I thought, all in all, the thing that made the difference for us tonight was our defense. I mean, we were able to hold their scoring productivity down. Their shooting percentage from the floor, wasn't what it normally would be. And I thought in the first half of the game, at the beginning, had we done a little better job rebounding. I thought, we let them get too many rebounds, and at the very beginning of the game, second opportunities and that kind of thing. Once we got that leveled out, I was pleased with the effort of our team. I thought Rayshawn did a super job leading our team in the first half, and then it was like the tale of two halves. I thought Zena did a great job in the second half. She had a really sensational second half. And Western, they came at us hard. I knew they would. I told our kids in the locker room at halftime, I knew they were going to come at us hard in the second half, and they did. And we know we need to go back, and there's some things we need to work on that we can take back from this game to help us. And I thought we got a little bit shaky. But once we finally realized we could get through without standing and waiting for them to come trap us, everything was a whole lot better.
Coach, you mentioned Zena as the leader in the second half, and she was the point leader tonight, 15 points. We just talked to her. She's definitely a humble kid, but a leader out on the court. Talk about her play tonight.
She really is one of the most humble kids. Both she and Rayshawn both. They're just such humble kids and willing to do anything that you ask of them out on the floor. The kind of kids that don't have a clue how good they are, how good they're going to be, But even then, I just think, they're so respectful of what we ask them to do, and they're really buying into our system. The season is young, and I can see the growth in just the first two games with both those kids. It's just been unbelievable and really rewarding. It's fun when you can work with kids that are very talented and yet soak up everything you say like a sponge. And I love working with those kids and these gals.
Talk to Zena a little bit about this, your high-pressure defense, if you want to call it that. I mean, you said at halftime the Catamounts were going to come out. They were going to be tough in the second half. They definitely were. You guys matched it and held your lead. Talk about kind of what that means mentally for your girls to be able to do that and to come out on top, especially with a great win like this.
Well, it's a good win for us against the Southern Conference school. That's always good for us and for our conference, and we're happy to get it on the road. Anytime you win on the road, I think it helps your RPI too. But it's a great lift for us. I thought the first game gave us a confidence boost that we needed coming off of our two scrimmages that were not very good. But it's all about getting better and rolling your sleeves back up the next day. And again, we're going to have to do the same thing when we get back after this, because there's much work to be done in what we could do better out there tonight. But I thought, time and time again, we came up big defensively, and then rebounding, I would say, the rebounding differential was big, 12. I'm a little bit brain dead, but I think we out-rebounded them by 12, and I think down the stretch that was big. And I thought, I don't have my glasses on here, I can't see, but I know that Ashley James just got a world of rebounds. Ashley James seemed like in the late part of the game just landed a lot of rebounds. Kiara Gaines landed a lot of rebounds. And, those were big because that kept them from having another possession, and also it gave us an opportunity when we controlled our defensive board to try to get our running game going a little bit, and we were able to do that in late game situations.
I know you want to, enjoy this win, but you do have a game coming up on Friday, a doubleheader with the men's team in the Creek. What are you guys going to work on this week, or are you going to keep focusing on what you guys can do better, or scout? How does that work going into your third game of the season?
Well, our biggest concern right now is our team and trying to move our team forward. Certainly there are things that we take into consideration, like with Western tonight. We knew they were going to jump hard ball screens and come at us really hard, and that they were going to do a lot of handoffs, and that we need to be prepared to handle that. I mean, there are little things that we can do in preparation for our opponent, but I think the larger things are the things that are relevant to us right now and where we are and trying to grow these young freshman point guards. And also, I'd say Casey Elliott didn't get in the game tonight, but she is really going to help our basketball team as well, and just helping these kids to grow and nurture them and get that chemistry, which, at times tonight on one of our timeouts, I told our coaches, I was like, we have no chemistry. We have no chemistry right now. We made a few substitutions. Next thing you know, our chemistry started flowing. So, there's a lot that we can work on in terms of that, and trying to polish up, some of our breast breaker attacks and things like that. The season's young, and we have got a ways to go. But I am really proud of these kids to come up here and get this win off of a team that, just defeated UNC Asheville on their home floor. It makes me feel really proud, and I look forward to our next opponent. It'd be nice to be back at home and play North Carolina Central, and I know that hopefully our men came out on top tonight. I haven't heard that score, but I know a lot of people were in the Creek for that game, and I hope everybody will turn out for both of our games this weekend. We'll have a great crowd to pull our teams on.
Campbell University women's basketball team will be back in action on Friday at 5:15 in the Creek, followed by a men's game at 7:45 hosting Appalachian State. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We'll see you on Friday.